Hey everyone, Coach Ashes here, bringing you another VOD review video. Today we're going to be doing a VOD sent to me by @Typicall. I believe that's how you say it. TYPICALII_. So I apologize if I said that wrong. Or maybe it's Typical2. Now that I'm seeing his gamer tag is Typical2. Okay, so we'll go with Typical2. But anyways, this is a VOD review. Asylum. Stay tuned because we're going to break down how to play Asylum in this video. All right, you can see the teams on your screen. I'm not too familiar with any of these teams or any of the players on either of these teams. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Again, I have to say this and preface every video with it. I apologize for anything that's said. It's not obviously me saying it. I don't approve of any slurs or, anything like that. And anything that I comment on or give feedback on is not meant to be offensive or insulting or degrading in any way, but I do call things how I see them. So I apologize if you take offense to them. That's not the point. All right, looks like they're doing kind of a standard strat. The dude FYC Sensei got the first blood inside. That's good. This guy kind of played back. Wait, maybe Sensei is not inside. He is, right? Yeah, that's him. All right, so. All right, so he told Sensei to turn around and focus this kid. That time he spent switching weapons could have been just pistoling and lancering still. They probably would have gotten that kid. That kid shouldn't have lived. Looks like second kid middle for Cog tried to hop in, so he died, and Cog's got that angle, but they do have the B hill, so he can back off of that. This is a good rotation back. Maybe their home hill player died, and somebody died on the other side of the map. I'm gonna see if I can adjust the quality real quick. Oh, this is as good as we're getting. Okay. We need him to adjust his bit rate so we can handle it. All right, so they lost B. He rotated back. I'm thinking the home hill player might have died. I didn't actually get to see because we're obviously on the POV over that was on trackside. And the quality is kind of blurry. But okay, I'm again there's a lot of random deaths happening. DJ Bush just died on their side of the map. Somebody, as soon as this guy rotated off B, somebody died on B and gave Cog B hill. The other thing we're not having is comms. We only have this guy's voice, which is going to make it hard to hear what the callouts are and things like that. All right, so right now it seems like Swarm is playing for the OE. I did hit record, right? Yeah. Swarm is playing for the OE, so this guy's kind of in a bad spot. Yeah, he just put himself in a bad spot. If he's not sitting there, like he's complaining about being alone, but if you're playing for the OE, you don't need to worry about the B hill. You only worry about the B hill like after they start stacking their numbers on their home to get their home hill back. So he put himself in a bad spot. Of course you're going to be alone. I'd like to hear him call out that there's two trains coming, and I would have liked to see them reposition. And now they're both kind of stuck on this cover. That's just free time for this Cog team. All right, so they call that middle area pit. That's a good pinch on that guy too to clean up that kill. They've got two dead. This is a great time for them to pressure both hills. They're collapsing on B really well. The guys on their home. They're missing one person who I think was just that guy who suicided. So that was a good last minute collapse on the B hill. I wish we had his teammates comms so we could have really heard like what the calls were, but they did a good job collapsing on the B hill, and then the guy on homes won his 1v1, so he was able to get to their home hill. The big thing for that round is just the lack of coordination between the team. It was really sporadic, and a first round like that, if you pick up a few kills, like that's a round where you can really push that advantage off the initial and close out like those rounds really quickly because it's 16-second respawns. So it's almost like the rounds, like round 6 and round 13 of Gears of War 4, round 1 and round 5 in Gears 5 are like that. The long respawns, the rounds where you can play more aggressive if you get those first few kills. So weapon placements are good for both teams. They're mirrored, I think. The only thing I don't love about it is the flashes are over to the left. So Poetic picked up flashes. I want to try to see where Poetic is playing. Guy in middle got downed. He should pinch. Okay, good. He looked for the pinch rather than fighting his 1v. That's good. All right, so Poetic's the home. So Poetic's got dual flashes on their home. And so that's kind of like underutilizing those flashes. Like if anything, he could be capping the home hill and rotating mid. And then he just died right there too. So I think the other team played for an OE. There's at least two of them. I could see the mark that they had and then a silhouette of a character in the mark. So there's at least two. He got this kid really hurt and the train's there blocking him off. So this is an easy 1v. And he hopped over. Interesting choice to melee there though. Nice. Good 2 kills. And he's going to have his teammate. So that's good. Now we just got to worry about getting the home hill back. He's called out this there's 3 dead, but he's got 2 teammates with him on B. Okay, they're rotating back to get their home. That's good. Yeah, I don't like that Poetic is picking up the stuns, and I don't necessarily like that the stuns are on first half homes or like, you know, that weapon placement that's near there. All right, so he called 3B. I'd like to see his team OEing. There's actually 4B because you've got the kid mid and the 3 pushing right in front of him. He ran in a straight line. That's why he got downed. But it looks like his teammate's going to hold this off, and there's pressure on the other side of the map, which is good. So if his team wins this fight, which they don't need to. All right, looks like they're backing out. That's good. Yeah, so this is what I was calling. This is good. They're just kind of flipping the map, holding double homes. He called that they're committing to his home, but I don't see anybody. Of course, the screen's very blurry, so. By the way, if you just increase your bitrate on OBS, this blurriness won't happen. Assuming that your internet can handle it. Good teamwork. I liked that push. It followed, or like, you know, they stunned and pushed together. That was good. Need to watch that again to see really what wrong, because they get this first kill. They've got 3 people, so it's a 3-on-3. Sensei stunned, so he can't get the revive. It was I'm gonna shamans. I'm gonna call them shamans. He was kind of lost there. He was like looking. He was like tunneling too much on the guy on the right side of the tracks, or we can say like the outside of the tracks, like the side that's like furthest away from home hills. He was tunneling too much on that with a lancer out, and so I think he got sidelined. Or just head down. Yeah, this round's over. This round's over, and the part is like they got 3 dead at one point on B hill, and then rotated to get back their home, and then they forced the OE. The OE was kind of late, but they still forced the OE. So they did like a good job with all of that. It seems like they're like too impatient though. Like once they get control of something, then they're too quick to give it up. All right, so smoke grenade down for the other team. Let's see what they do. They're probably gonna match. Interesting. So this is like reverse what most pro teams do. Most pro teams I see put the smoke grenade to the right, or like the side closer to the first half home over here, and then stun grenade over here. That way you have the stun grenade for the first half fights, and then Insins will be closer to E hill. He stopped to show his teammate a spot, but that's gonna put you in a bad situation. Sensei kind of got lucky that the other team is a little underwhelming. Is that Bush guy in? It's interesting because it looks like both of the people mid are hopping over and nobody's sitting back mid. So, oh, it's because they sent 3 tracks. So they sent the swarm team sent 3 tracks, and then their mid player also played to cut in. It looks like, which is so odd to me because typically if you're going to send 3 tracks, your kid who's mid just wants to Lancer and get a lot of initial damage on that guy, and then the people who are cutting in from tracks are cleaning up the kill. But he hopped over into it, so it gave them a really free OE. And then it looks like everybody rotated back to this losing fight, and now they lost B-Hill as well. That's really just a poor initial. Whoever's playing mid dropped the ball on that one. I want to look at it again just to make sure I'm not wrong. Yeah, right there. I actually, like, literally just right there, he hopped over. So, like, this kid's a free kill, and Sensi gets a kill on the kid who's hopping over. But rather than just sitting back, Bush, DJ Bush, or whatever his name is, hops over as well. So now this entire, like, Poetic's literally alone on that entire side of the map. So that's going to give a really free and easy OE, especially if Poetic pushes forward, which he's doing because he has flash grenades. And it gives these kids an ability to kind of pinch and cut through middle as well. So, like, this all falls apart because Bush pushes in. You already have 3 people on tracks. Like, just sit back. Lancer if they try to push in through mid, and otherwise you're there to help Poetic. Poetic also pushing forward to their side just because he had stun grenades on this half is like kind of reckless. It's that like solo play mindset that a lot of teams struggle with, us included. You get so tunnel visioned on that 1v1 that you make a play without kind of taking in consideration what the rest of the map is looking like. That's why that round's a loss. A quick one at that. Minute and 10 seconds, even with the first 2 kills of the round. They're choosing to take Insins into the second half. I would probably match that, even though it's in an inconvenient spot. But you got to remember, whatever you pick for this round is what you have for 2 rounds. So they're choosing the shock grenade. Interesting. See, I don't like that because smokes, like, they have their uses, but my personal preference is to have that more aggressive utility. So, like, an Ensign can zone as well as pick up kills. I'm very surprised that they're doing this 3B strategy, second round in a row. I guess it worked. It's just the one guy mid kind of fucked it up. Poetic capped the hill and then picked up shock, but he was also late to capping the hill, and he got pushed because he went back for the shock grenade. So now they have double homes, or they can pinch. Like, Bush needs to turn around. You don't. Whoever we're watching doesn't need to cut back here because it's already a 2v1, and now he's leaving his people at B to die. Hey, this guy's name is Nick. Oh, he almost didn't hear that guy. I just realized I left my mouse in the center of the screen. My bad. Yeah, these guys are flying forward with numbers. And I didn't hear a number call out. And rather than making a play on the other side of the map, Poetic's see that right there, like, what, you're getting pushed by 3 to 4 people over here, but then we're sitting here defensive on our home hill. I don't know if Insins have been used or not. Maybe that's why. Like, now the OE play is coming, but it's so late. Maybe there was 2 people there, and that's why they were playing defensive. Yeah, he just got to hit a Lancer shot there. That was good. Somebody died on the other side. Shaman again. He died over there, like, alone. Sensei wasn't near him. So that death is going to cause Swarm to have to like wait longer to make their push for B, which is what they need to do. Because they're not going to be able to hold double homes on these like shortest respawns of the round. It's very hard to do at least. Especially when there's Insins over there. So they just got 2 Insin kills. He's going to be able to trade it out so it's 2 for 2, but they're still getting their hill back. So this is where you need to be on B. They should have had 3 people pushing B right here. But instead they had 3 people near the home. Now he's in a bad spot. The guys who capped home are probably OEing. Maybe not. They probably just have an aggressive setup up top. He just said, oh wait, Po, you're here. So that tells me even though we can't hear comms, the communication's rough. There's no way Cog loses this round. Especially with the train blocking him off. You can't get to B now. That's it. I like that he's saying, I guess that's on me. But at the same time, it really wasn't. It was slow reactionary plays. It was people getting picked. Like I think there was twice that round where people got picked. That like caused them not to be able to do anything. So let's see how second half goes. They're going to be at a... Well... Okay, so they have shock grenade close. Antics picked up Insin. So Insins are mid. Wait, did they shock on the hill? That's a waste of a shock grenade. Shock grenade should have been... if we go back a couple seconds. When he pushes up, I'll show where shock grenade should have been. Shock grenade should have been in this area. That way it forces whoever's in the hill to roll backwards out of the hill or roll forwards into you, or just be in an uncomfortable position, and then that kid's your play because his help really can't help him. They can Lancer, but they can't push up and help him. So you pick off the kid if he's up here in this cubby, and then you have the ability to stand in the hill and cap it like in one of these, corners because the shock's up here, not back here in the hill. So it's just a bad shock, especially when you have that utility advantage up here. Since I think their Insins are like mid/home. These call guys are pushing a 2v3 and pinching. They have the cap, so it should be easy to play around. I like that he rotated back to watch mid. He just can't put too much attention back here on this hitboxes kid, especially now that there's 2 there. So whoever just came off spawn and started like being near home hill needs to be the mid player right now. Which I think he is because he's crossing from that mid pocket area. That's good. So this is a good setup. They've got a pick. I don't think they have any flashes and the other team has flashes now. So this might be tough to push up and break. I think they just have to wait for their shock grenade, which should be up by now, right? Shock grenade should be up by now. That was risky. I would like to see him have a shotgun out there. I mean, it worked, but they probably would have killed that kid who pushed up. Yeah, these cog guys are reckless as hell. Oh, shock grenade's not up yet. I guess I mistimed it. Yeah, Bush got picked off again. That's like the 3rd time this map. Kid died to the train. That should pretty much secure this round. If they have a shock grenade up top, that pretty much, yeah, that literally like locks in this round. The kid on tracks can start running backwards and playing his life. You have mid control, so even if they push through the shock into the cubby, you can't do anything about it. All right, they're just now picking up shock, so. Or you can do this. And steal Insins. Kodak pushed up into the shock grenade. If they won E, they could theoretically push through to F. I don't think they did. They did, actually. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know what the kids on Swarm did up at E Hill right there at the end, but they waited way too long to go pick up the respawn. And I don't know if he called it out or not, but when Typical was rotating back and going to towards mid and into the like that mid pocket area, he could have called out, hey, shock's up in 3 seconds, somebody rotate back and pick it up, and then they have it up there like as a defensive shock to stop them from breaking the hill or getting into the hill to break it. And instead, one of them had to rotate back, or actually no, the kid who died went and got it. The kid who died on their side of the map went and got it off spawn, which that was round 5, so that would have been a 16-second respawn. So like 16 seconds pretty much after the shock spawned, at least. And then by the time he gets up top, that's like 20-25 seconds. They threw a better shock this time, and the other team has a shock too. I didn't see what weapon they put down. Ensigns. Okay, so the weapons are mirrored.
I still have a flash, boys. We could push this.
All right, he needed to throw his flash right there. A little late. It worked though. The ensign kill was huge. Nice. I like the communication from him. That's the last kid. They can play aggressive on that, I think. Or now he's the last kid.
That's the last one. That's the last one alive. He's the last one alive.
Like, you know he has to get in the hill, so if you pressure it. This kid's gonna play for E. And he's gonna get it there for free. Oh, he cut back. He tried to be a little trickster. There's a big 1v. Oh, he didn't need to pull out a pistol here. I would have left that guy down. It's a really small thing. I'm nitpicking, but if you leave that kid down, then it's going to take longer for him to respawn. And if they keep like staggering numbers into the hill, then it gives you a bigger gap in time. If he starts crawling towards the hill to break your cap, then you kill him. But if he doesn't, if he just sits there, then they're pretty much wasting his time and staggering his respawn. 3-3. Let's see what they do. I would probably decrease the respawn timer of shock. Which looks like that's what they're going to do. The other thing you could do is give your team an extra flash grenade. That'd also work. But I think they're pretty even. They both have pros and cons. If you give your team the extra utility, then shock grenade's not up as quickly. Actually, you know what? I might have actually done the extra flash grenade. Thinking about it, I might have done the extra flash grenade. I think that extra utility is a little bit better with the way this E-Hill plays. I don't like that they're throwing their shock so, I guess, offensively. And they're not even really good shock grenades. Like, it stopped them from running up into the hill, but it wasn't far enough back that he could stand in the hill and cap it. So he ends up dying. Plus, there's ensigns on the map, so you can't even really do anything. It's like typically better for stuns to throw like counter stuns. And in this instance, I think shock grenade is going to have the same rules applied to it. It's going to be probably better to play with a counter shock than like that initial shock, because they just held theirs and then they killed him with ensigns. They really didn't even need the ensign. It was just icing on the cake. This guy's living for way too long, and he got down by his teammate, which means his teammate's Lancer was awful because that guy was nowhere near him. I think I've talked about this in other VOD reviews where people have their sensitivity set for shotgun fights, but they don't keep in mind their Lancer fire as well. And especially with Lancers being so important in team play at a high level in this game, you have to keep that in mind. That's a good shock. It's a little deep, but it's good. If there's a kid on that corner, he should die. Which doesn't look like there is. He's on the... Okay. They don't need this. They can easily back up. And nobody turned around to help him. That's bad. It could have prevented. If he's calling out, I might go down, I might go down, then his teammates are like aware and can know that they need to turn around in advance. That's why you'll hear a lot of top teams going, I'm going down, I'm going down. Like, even when they're not really, just for that extra like safety measure. It looks like they also pushed 2 tracks, so. Ooh, close to clutching. That's it though. Yeah, that was like just an over aggressive, over greedy play to push into their first half home. And then a little bit of like slower communication. All right, Cog team choose to block this round, which is interesting. And because they're down 4-3, they have to counter block. If they don't counter block, which they didn't, that means they're playing this round at a disadvantage. But if they win it, it's like a high risk, high reward play. If they win this round, then they're going to be at a really good advantage for the last round of the map. I probably would have counter blocked just to play it safe, especially because so far I think the other team is just playing a little bit better. If that kid didn't get down by his teammate, he was actually going to run a train on Swarm. Holy crap. Nobody's watching mid. That could be an issue. Wait, he rotated all the way over? It's really short respawn, so playing their home here is not going to work. But I like the fact that they're just kind of split pushing it. I don't like the fact that this person, whoever that is, cut into the mid pit, as they're calling it, with him. They're getting kills though, which is good. It looks like he doesn't know where to go. Oh, this guy's all the way over here. Where's his teammate who was on tracks? Did he die? Did I miss that? Whoever was playing tracks gave up their side tracks, I think, for that middle pit control when there was no need because you were already winning the fight up top. Like when this guy rotated back through middle, they had control of up top, so he didn't need to be in pit. He should hop out, and I'd rather see Typicall be playing more like back mid. But now that you're losing E, I would like to see the OE. This is good. Play the hill. That's a big kill. And you made this guy waste a shock grenade. Oh, he needed to get that cap. If Poetic would have gotten that cap, that would have been huge for them. This is all over the place because Cog pushed forward. If you can clean up your side of the map, you're very much back in this round. Which it looks like they did, which is good. They did lose their ensigns, which is their only utility, which is bad, but it's up in 30 seconds, which isn't too bad. Somebody on Cog's on their last respawn. What? Are they OEing? See, this back and forth, like, you can't do that. Because what did that achieve? Like, they're just giving up spots. Maybe he came back because there was too many people rotating for the OE. It's hard to tell because we can't hear comms. It looks like the OE is working though, so that's good. At least they made a play, you know? Somebody on their home just got 2 kills though. Or, oh no, they both start with an A. That should be round. Cog teams shouldn't lose this. Because they're going to be coming off short respawns. This is going to be close. Oh, maybe they do win this. Wow. Cog choked that. The OE was good. And then somebody got 2 kills. Like somebody on Cog, the people on Cog got 2 kills on Swarm. Over like on home hill. So I don't know how they still lost that. But, or maybe I'm just mistaken. Sorry. Yeah, that was a chaotic round. Cog really choked it. Hmm. So they blocked shock grenade over ensigns. I mean, I don't know if it really matters. Shock grenade is definitely more annoying. Ensign has the kill pressure, but I'd probably block the shock as well, personally. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 thing. It also forces the ensign to rotate over. The only thing is, even with the shock, like... Okay, so right there, they threw 2 stuns and a shock grenade off the initial for no reason. Let's look at this again. Watch what they do. So, Shamans and Typicall and Sensei stun, shock, and stun. And all of COG is sitting back. So now you've wasted 3 of your 5 utility, and you didn't hit a single person. So like really that's just like a general waste of utility. Like stagger them, stack them up, like chain them together. You know, throw a stun, see where they are, throw the shock, or don't throw the shock, hold on to it if they're not there. Throw another stun if they start to push. Have your shock grenade as a counter to stop their push. Don't just throw all 3 utility in the same spot, and because they sat back, it didn't do anything. And then because of that, they had no utility other than the ensign that rotated over to stop the counter push, which was successful because there was only an ensign. The good news is because of them winning last round when the other team used block, they have an advantage. They have the utility advantage this round. They just have to play smarter with the utility, which I haven't seen yet this map. The shock grenade placements have to be really good. The usage of their grenades and utility has to be really good. Good kills. They're fine. They should be standing in the hill. They could have gotten the cap a while ago, especially with 2 of them. What is he doing? Oh, he had to reload his pistol. It was bad timing. The good news is that COG are kind of low on respawns. So as long as they're just patient and use their utility right, they shouldn't have an issue. That one dude's on the other team's side of the map, and I don't know what exactly he's doing. Let's bring our utility up top to E. Let's get E control. There's the shock. Where are people getting down and dying at? Are they split pushing? Oh, they tried to... See, they got the break on E, but it looks like they tried to split push. And then he rotated, like he rolled off way too late, so he died. Yeah, at this point, it should be over. They're just staggering their deaths too much. COG is kind of pushing forward with that momentum. Like, Antix just picked up 3 kills. He's running at 4 kills. Oh, no. Ensign. Yeah. I don't know why they tried to split push there. They didn't need it. And they sent 3 to their home, and then, like, it didn't work. I don't know where the utility was. So both teams lost the rounds that they had the advantage in theory. That sucks. Okay. So for this Asylum, I would say the big things that Swarm needs to work on, because we don't have comms, I can't really comment too much on that, but there definitely seemed to be a lot of instances where people were kind of getting caught out of place or not knowing what to do in their spots. A prime example of that is the guy who was playing mid alone when they were sending 3B on first half, hopped over into that mid area, and that just left the entire other side of the map open for the other team to push, and Poetic was in a 1v9 basically. So got to keep that in mind. Go over your spots, go over what happens like if certain results off the initial happen. So like if we win the fight here, like what does somebody in mid do, so on and so forth. The use of utility definitely needs improvement. That was a very large factor for a lot of the rounds. A lot of the rounds would have been a lot cleaner and would have been wins if the utility had been used properly. So the shock grenades being placed properly, the right there on that last round, 3 grenades being used in one spot with pretty much no hit markers, I'm sure. All of that adds up. I think there was actually 2 rounds where the shock grenades were just in bad spots. So I don't know if that's a communication thing. I don't know if that's just inexperience or what it might be, but that's something that needs to be addressed. And then the rotations were pretty solid, but they seem to be a tiny bit on the slower end. So if like the reactions were a little bit quicker, like they're pushing E, we're pushing their home, just quick and committing to them rather than kind of like hesitating back and forth or just running around for the sake of running around. That would have saved a lot of time and just made the actions more decisive, so that you actually get the results that you're looking for. Like not like, do we go? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. Wait, no, I'm gonna go. Like that happened a couple times just on the guy's screen who we were watching. So, and I don't know if he was told to rotate back or not. I don't know we don't hear comms, but overall, not a bad map. You lost, so that sucks. But it's pretty fixable things. You guys got most of the basics down. I liked that I saw like kind of different initial strats, even though I don't think they were optimized. Your front spawn was playing well. I think Sensei was your front spawn. He was playing well, and you guys were getting the mid control and the B control pretty often. Poetic seemed a little bit off on his spot over in like that kind of home hill 1v1, and then giving him the utility doesn't really make sense for first half. Maybe have like one of your like thirds or like your seconds. I don't know how you would do that. I think you just don't put it there. But overall, not too bad. Just some simple things to clean up. Honestly, that map goes in Swarm's favor if they just clean up the utility play. They clean up their shock grenade placements, their usage of their utility, things like that. I think that map goes in Swarm's favor. The rest of the stuff you can kind of work on later, but that's the quick fix to make that map a win, and then start addressing the other stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this VOD review. Thank you so much, Typicall, for sending it in. I appreciate it. Again, guys, I'm going to be doing this throughout the month of January. We've got another 15 days of January. Maybe 16 days. Today's the 15th. So we've got some time left. Send me your VODs and I will do a VOD review. I appreciate it again. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'm uploading pretty much daily and I've got a lot of cool content for you guys. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more of it. And as always, I will see you all in the next video.